Hey guys, I don't know if I'm gonna have to like hide this stuff, but this is me in my work form. This is the beginning of week 2. What am I looking? I'm looking at week 2. I am on my lunch break. Luckily, I live close to my work, and my baby girl is sleeping. My boys are hanging out, and yeah, we're gonna be working on stats this week. On top of that, we're also working on finishing up the introductory level. I'm gonna do it. Wish me luck. I'm just a blue blob. For this week, we're starting off by designing the new battle layout. Now, this layout is gonna be the one that we're gonna be using in Psyokin. So I'm gonna be moving over the code that I worked on to this new layout, and hopefully it all works. Hey everyone, good morning. I am what is today? Oh, how big is the belly? How big is the belly right now? We got a big belly. We got our 5th one on the way here. This belly's getting big too. So I need to start working out more. I need to start eating better. They say what you do in one aspect of your life, your life, you end up doing everywhere. So if I want to start becoming better at everything I do, I need to become more motivated and dedicated in everything. Oh my God, I'm exhausted. I'm gonna go ahead and start working out. I want to do a couple push-ups. That's all I could really muster in the morning. And I've been fasting too, so it doesn't matter. And then I want to get some coding done. There's this crazy demon beast chasing Rose. This is how they play. But it is currently Tuesday, and I am working on sprites. Tomorrow morning, I definitely need to get back on the coding. I want to get further on. I want to transition the battle code that I made separately into the project and see if it works. So I'm tired. I want to probably call it quits for today, and then tomorrow morning you'll see more progress. I'll see you then. Hey everyone, so today is Wednesday, yes, 2 more days for the week, and then I get to work on the weekend. Woohoo! So it is Wednesday night, and I am actually getting ready to set up my podcast right now, and I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm creating a website for it too, and I'm going to be doing blog posts where the whole podcast is transcribed, and also I'm going to do a video of the podcast that's going to go on my channel on Fridays. So podcasts are going to be on Fridays, and then Mondays is going to be my vlog for the week. So thank you for watching the vlog, by the way. Hey everyone, good morning. It is Friday. We finally made it to Friday. That means I get to do a lot of work over the weekend. I haven't really gotten much done this week. Like I did integrate the battle system so far into Psyokin, which made me really happy. It actually worked. So now what I want to work on this morning is messing with the stats, seeing if I could plug in the stats, and getting them to save on the current enemy list. And then finally I'll be able to bring in the player characters into the battle arena. Getting video evidence. Put your seatbelts on. All right, guys. It is
it is eventually. It is officially the weekend. I am done with work, and these kids are now bunched up in the car, and we are going on an adventure.
Hi, I am kid.
You're kid. I am kid too.
Hey guys, it is Saturday morning. Today we have plans to go over to my mom's. We're gonna be eating some good food over there, breaking my diet for the week basically. But it's gonna be delicious. It's gonna be delicious, and I'm gonna be working on more coding today. I am planning on working on actually putting the stats into it. I'm still working out a bug with the battle system, trying to figure out why I can't get the same UID or a different UID for the NPCs that pop up. So I'm gonna figure that out. That's unique ID basically. Wish me luck. Okay, guys, these are the stats that I'm working in. I kind of already have it placed in the system. Here, I'll show you. I decided to do it based off of the families, which is actually amazing. I love working with the family instances. So I created the different stat instances for all the different families, and then all I have to do is make the enemies and then throw them into the family for battle enemies. What I know how to do this. I am just trying to wrap my head around it. I'm forgetting how to call the different stats. So right now that's what I'm working on. I want it so that we could just call the stats based on the specific enemy that got loaded up in the random encounter. Hey everyone, it's Sunday. It's editing day for the vlog, and last night I didn't even get to record it because I was literally just wrapping my head around it, but I finally figured out how I'm going to bring in all these characters, all these NPCs, and also how they're going to be able to interact with the game. I'm going to show you what I've been working on all week long, what I got done. I'm kind of proud of the code so far. This is my own personal battle system. I'm trying to create it from the ground up. But of course you have to reverse engineer everything and make sure that it works and that you can do the simple things like getting into battle and exiting battle. So these are just placeholders right now for like protagonist 1, 2, and 3. You're gonna be able to fight with 2 other partners that you can pick throughout the game. Their pictures are gonna be down here with their stats. This whole thing will change eventually. This is the selector. These are all the different enemies that can spawn in, as you can see here on the side. But this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. I want the game to be able to not only randomly spawn any of these characters or enemies, but also place them in random spots on the battlefield as well. So completely random, you don't know what you're going to run into. It's not planned, so everyone's playthrough may be different. On top of that, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and show you what I got and how I figured it out. I'm sure there's probably a way easier way to do a lot of this stuff, but this is the way that worked for me. I actually started doing this all in arrays at first. But then I switched over to instance variables over here on the side. I don't know why it's doing this. Okay, cool. So I switched over to instance variables. So I'm going to show you some of the stats that I have. Okay, so as you can see, this is the save UID. This is the system that I came up with to make this work. So if I hit the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, it will spawn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 enemies. Or if I hit P,
it will randomly spawn 1 through 6. It doesn't matter. It'll spawn a different set of enemies. For now, I'm going to go ahead and spawn 6 just so you can see. I'm going to hit 6 right now. Alright, so there's 6 different enemies in the 6 different spaces that are available. So I had to create a unique ID system for this because, as you can see, like let's say these were yellow slimes, the system, like the array or the dictionary, will all mark it down as one enemy. These 3 would be just one. So I had to switch over to unique IDs. So each of these have their own unique IDs. As we can look over here, yellow is 4. So I'm going to go down to enemy 4. And as you can see, it has 1, 2, 3 different instances. Okay? And they all have their own unique stuff. Like, they all have their own special instance variables, and I actually created a family for all these, which all these variables are attached to the family, and then I can modify the specific enemy later on. So this unique ID is 171, this one's 170, and this one's 168. Okay? That's very, very important. Because I was loading everything up in current enemies. So I changed it to an array, but originally it was a dictionary. And when I loaded up the dictionary, I don't even know if I still have it. I may have deleted it. Yeah, current enemy. See, enemy 4, it only shows as 1, and that was a problem. There's definitely 6 enemies, not 4. So dictionaries didn't work for this system for me. Another thing that I did was I created a selector. So, and the selector clicks, basically selects what it's hovering over. So, for instance, if I hit the left button, it'll bring up the selector. As you can see right here, the selector is now on the field. This is going to happen like after, like, I'm going to have like attacks, mind abilities, flee, capture, all these different options. And then once you click your option, the selector will pop up. Now the selector, for now, it's just a regular attack. It does 4 damage. If we want to see the stats, let's go ahead and pull up enemy number 4 again. Enemy number 4, we'll pull up that one. So we're going to move down to him on the screen. So this would be... There we go. And he has how much HP? 10 HP. So if I hit spacebar, it will do an attack. Pa! Knock down 4 HP. Knock down to 2 HP, and then one more attack. Dead. Gone. Does not exist. So I was very proud to be able to do that. I also set it up so once I kill all of them, alright, and this one. As you can see, once I kill this one, the selector will go away. I set this up on its own little event, so that means since that was able to go away, I can push more events, which is good. That means I can push a closing screen, I can push a stat window where it says like how much XP you earned, how much money you made, how many items you got from the battle, and then finally close off the battle. So this was huge for this week. I got a lot done on the code. I was able to close it out, and I'll show you, give you a sneak peek on the monstrosity that the code is. God, it's so long. Okay, so these are all my global variables. I attached it all to the battle storage system. The saved numbers are for random numbers. Okay, so these numbers basically let the enemy spawn in random areas on the battlefield, and these numbers keep track of the different enemies that are fighting, so we could actually do attacks to them and whatnot. Enemy amount and selected enemy. This is for my my selector, so I could go back and forth. So this loads in. I don't even know if I'm going to need an array for this, really. because I decided to move the enemy stats from an array into instance variables attached to the actual object. So I'm really not sure. I gotta see which is better, but so far instance variables are looking a lot better. This is how I push the different battles, by the way. P for random, like random 1 through 7, or that's basically 1 through 6, and then all the different other battles, so I could actually, test and bug test it. So this spawns the different enemies, and this sets them up. Like I said, I may be getting rid of the array and the dictionary completely because I don't think I need them anymore. But that was just for testing purposes. So this code later on may look a lot. No, it definitely will look a lot cleaner. 1, 2, 3, 4. As you can see, as you spawn more enemies and you're keeping track of more numbers, the code gets a lot longer. And then finally, this is how I do damage. Basically just hit spacebar, and if the selector is on top, is overlapping the current enemy that is selected, then you do attacks to it. So for instance, this is enemy select 1, okay, enemy select 2. So this is if it's over the first one, the second one, third one, so on and so forth. That's how that works. And I like how that works. It looks very clean. The code looks very clean. This is my makeshift selector. That doesn't matter. I'm gonna fix that. And then this is the end battle. So once all the different UIDs are not existent, then it goes into the end. Like it deletes that, deletes the enemy thing. It sets everything back to 0. And then, like I said, I can add more to this. Like I could push XP, I can push items and money, and then push it back to the original layout. Rose, what you doing? What you doing, Rosie? What you doing? Thank you so much for checking out the video. I am wrapping everything up, and I think everything came out pretty well this week. She's like, thank you once again so much. If you think that you could help me out with this code, please give me some tips down below, or if you have any questions on how I created this code, throw them down below. I will answer all the questions that pop up. I'm not busy at all. Yeah, you all are amazing. You're the greatest community I've ever seen. Like, CJ Gammas agrees 100%. But so does Destiny right here. Hey Destiny, you want to say hi to everyone? But yeah, see you on the next episode. See you on the next devlog. And moo.